TakeTones.com. TakeTones.com.
The most music every hour.
Ready, set, let's roll. Ready, set, let's ride. Get online at the end of the tunnel.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, this
This is the greatest station.
country.
All right. Awesome.
Low Country Radio. The good time and good music radio station. Your sports. We've got your good time.
I love bringing the action to Wildcat Nation. I love some Papa's Pizza to go. Local owners, John and Mary Kay, they love the cat. Guys, they hire local students and they invest in the community. And they host the biggest live tailgate show in coastal Georgia. The Coaches Show with me and Brock, live Thursdays at 7. Catch Lezotte, the players, the band, the fans, the cheerlead, from pizza to pasta and the buffet weekdays 11 to 2. And that caveman pizza, good gracious, don't even know what's on it. I went by to pick up a pie for a Wildcat Hoop broadcast last year, and John said I'd love it. Hey, Freddie, Tim, you guys can have that veggie pizza, but Brock, get your hands out of my caveman pizza. Papa's Pizza to go, 30 years strong. Gotta have it.
Get this bottle to respond to it, because I don't know anything more than that. I told you everything I know. So you can ask the bottle, but don't ask me.
It's almost time.
Bears are who we thought they were.
The Matt Lezotte Show
If you want to crown them, then crown their ass.
on lowcountryradiosports.com.
They are who we thought they were. And we let them off the hook.
Sponsored by exclusive engravings and Papa's Pizza.
Playoffs? Don't talk about it. Playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game.
Come on now. Just sit back, relax, and hear from the coach.
We couldn't do diddly poo offensively. We couldn't make a first down. We couldn't run the ball. We didn't try to run the ball.
Sponsored by exclusive engravings and Papa's Pizza.
We couldn't complete a pass.
And don't forget the BBB, the baddest, baldies in the biz, Moon and Brock. Come on now, live from Papa. Get up off your feet now and give me more cowbell.
I gotta have more cowbell.
You too, Tim Melhorn and Freddie Howell. I see you in your living room. You're shaking a groove thing. You too, Riverboat Brock. And you too, Coach Matt Lezotte. Live from Papa. Sponsored by exclusive engravings. This time for Wildcat Nation and the Matt Lezotte Show. Only on lowcountryradio.com.
I don't know about more cowbell, but that's something we did need a little more of after the first 3 games. You can throw away that Buford game all you want, whatever. I mean, that was crazy. It almost doesn't count. It does count on the record sheet. We needed a W. We got us a W, Coach Lezotte. Good job with the Cats on a W the other night on W. Had to feel good. I mean, I know it's one of those things where it's not like you got to be thinking heading into last week against Bradwell to open region play. Oh my gosh, we're a horrible team. I'm so scared. We're going to go 0-10. When you start off 0-3, you kind of think, wait a minute, where are we? What's going on? We got to have something's good's got to happen, and you got the W.
Well, I tell you the thing is not straying from process of preparation, and this is the thing. Like we look at our guys, and we got a lot of guys getting used to demands of the season. And I was proud of them. They stayed the course. They've practiced really well the past couple of weeks. Had another great week of practice this week. We're ready to go, move forward, keep this thing moving forward.
Hey, we've got a fun show tonight. We're going to keep a couple of our games going. We'll have the coaches, players, cheerleaders pick-up contest. We'll hear from Statesboro Blue Devil color man Jonathan Vreeland. He'll be calling in, and we're gonna. There's just a lot of fun things we're gonna do. Now we're gonna talk to Coach Dragon from flag football. I'm going to find out how in the world your game plan for flag football. I'm fascinated. I really want to find out what's going on with that. But anyway, got a fun show tonight. Let's get into it.
Where he and brother Tony helped lead JMU to a 2004 Natty. The kids, they call him, "Aw, come on, Dad." And Lindsay, "Hey, honey, on your way home, pick up the tab." Lean in close, there's more to this story. When he left the Dukes, Lezotte followed his dream of raising young men, and that's not all he lifted. Aquinas High of Augusta, Georgia was in no shape for the reverence of Amen Corner. 8 years later, as an OC and strength man, a Matty boy was fitted for a green jacket on demand. Lezotte fired up the Aquinas fairway drivers and turned the corner to a GA private power. 36.9 points per game. Come on, that just ain't right. And then 2 years of OC at Wayne, the trip to the state title game, you knew somebody was going to say, "Hey, what's that guy's name?" In 2015, the Hill came a-calling, and Lezotte said, "Let's go ballin'." Hey, Lindsay, hey, kids, come on, guys. We're packing up our bags for Richmond Hill High, but hang on. The story's just not quite done yet. You see, the Cats have been pretty good before 2019, but now there's a depth like never before, from seniors with big old GBAs to big old freshman linemen that just eat big old roast steak. Since then, it's been all about building the Hill in 2019. And there was this moment that finally gave rise for Richmond Hill to that big-time feel.
And we've got one timeout. There's Richmond Hill. We're not going to use it now. I'm just letting the listeners know. It's 3rd down and 4 here at the 31-yard line. We're hanging on to a 16-14 lead. Rodemaker, he gives to Robinson, and he's stooped in the backfield. Jordan Clark, how do you do? They have to stand up now. It's 4th and 7 from their own 36, and they do now. The Richmond Hill crowd rises. Rodemaker, he drops back, and he's covered over there, and the ball is knocked away by a kid. Jordan Clark. He was trying to find Sherman, then Jordan Clark came in right in front of the student section that was here at 6 o'clock tonight.
No timeouts left. I mean, 1 first down.
You tell Joe Fusel, Jeremiah Coleman, Corey Riley, Bodie Truax, and Caleb Tanner, you tell those guys up front, hey, go get a first down.
The center's over the ball to snap. He hands it off to Jalen. Jalen scoots through for a first down. We got a first down and some. Ball's going to be placed on about the 48, 49-yard line. They're going to move to change. Citizens Bank first down. Richmond Hill.
Freddie, you have fun with this last minute and 45. Because I know you got to love it, buddy. Have fun with this, Freddie Howell. It's all you, Freddie Howell. Take it away, buddy.
I believed at the beginning of the season. I told Tim Melhorn, Charlie Moon, the Richmond Hill Wildcats. Hey, I got your boy, Nathan Vick.
I've never been anything a part of this before.
Is that Freddie? I think we got Tim.
I've been on the ground crying. Brother, man, it's been a pleasure listening to you all night long. Y'all got a bunch of Louisiana people tripping out around here. Val Dawson goes down to the mighty Richmond Hill Wildcats.
Show them Raging Cajuns how it's done in Louisiana.
Now, Matt Lezotte wants to forget about the time on his senior day at JMU. And now, starting quarterback is 3-year letterman, Matt Lezotte. Come on now, the JMU Jumbotron had his brother Tony's face on it. I told you I'd get you, Coach. So, strap it up, folks. Get your ears on. It's time for Wildcat Nation and the Matt Lezotte Show.
I would say.
And as usual, every week we're coming to you live from Papa's Peak. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me start over. As usual, we're coming to you live from Papa's Pizza parking lot. Papa's Pizza to go. I mean, it was like a year before I could stop saying Papa John's Pizza to go, but nevertheless, tell you one thing, John and Mary Cave at Papa's Pizza, they definitely have Papa John's beat. Even with the shakaroni, gotta admit, the shakaroni idea is pretty cool. Pretty much anything Shaq touches turns to gold. Thanks for listening to the Coaches Show and tuning in. Again, we're coming to you live from the Papa's Pizza parking lot. We're sponsored by, powered by, Exclusive Engravings with Chris and LaShonda Hartley, literally just across the parking lot, and backside of this parking lot on Ford Avenue. But Coach Lezotte was a good way to kick off region play the other night with a win against a Bradwell team that my impression was of them was a different team and a different program headed in a definite different direction, because I can't remember other than the year that they went to second round of the playoffs when Kevin Harris was a senior, maybe the year before him. In the last 20 years, we had no fight. football team the other night on Friday. They hung with you guys until late in the third quarter, and even when the game was over, they played to the very end. So that program's headed in a different way, but they might be a year or two away. So it was a good way for you guys to get things going in region play.
Well, I tell you, the last few years we've had trouble running away from them. I felt like we've had a better plan than them every year over the last few years since I've been here, really, and there've been games where we haven't been able to run away from them. And Friday night we did a lot of good things, a lot of room for improvement, but we were able to run away a little bit there in that second quarter. We got the Big Mo had some big plays, a lot of attention to detail, a lot of players showing out big, and it makes a big difference.
Things got going fairly early. Ty Goldrick had this play.
1 yard line, 11:40 to go here, just underway in the second quarter. Under center is Goldrick, and he takes that 6'3", 220-pound frame.
Please have your attention. I've just been handed an urgent and horrible.
Well, you know what? That's what happens when you don't.
And I need all of you.
That's what happens when you're running tech and don't cut the highlight early enough. But the folks heard it. Ty Goldrick with the quarterback sneak, and then at the end, Brock Vaigneur talking about, hey, just use the big body and get in there.
Let's go get it. Well, and over the years we've done a lot of different things, but one thing that has been very common over the years has been Gator package, and everybody seems to know and understand that. And you tell starting off the season at veterans, we're trying to do some more things and utilize our weapons, make us more dangerous moving forward. Definitely more creative and less predictable, and force folks to they still got to prepare for it because we're bringing it and we're coming, and when we need it, we've gotten it. But at the same time, force them to spend some time, make sure that they prepare for everything else.
They have a couple playmakers. Let me try this again. I have no idea.
Jacked up on Mountain Dew, man.
That's what it is. It's too much. It's diet, by the way. I promise. Anyway, they do have a couple big-time playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. They got a couple guys that have been starting ever since they were freshmen. Tailback Michael Prince and KJ Melvin. KJ Melvin showed about halfway through the fourth quarter. He made a couple big catches. He had a catch. I think it might have been the very first drive, but in between, you guys game planned him right out. Was that something that you guys talked about, or did it just happen?
No, we didn't game plan for any of their players. It just we just said, hey, we're going to line up and we're going to impose our will, and we did.
Impressed you the most Friday night? You come away from the game. Who impressed you the most on maybe one on offense, maybe one on defense? Who was you
for them?
Yeah, for Hill. Who was you most proud of? Who stood out to you?
Well, it's really tough because we did a lot of things really well. We got so many areas for improvement. To say one thing, but I thought our offensive line played really well Friday night, and really started coming together as a unit and really working together to accomplish the goal. They not a guy on there that doesn't know what to do or how to do it, but you got to be able to do it together, and they've really started doing that. Tommy had some big plays in special teams, stuff that we've practiced, and he is really bought into very good in that phase of the game, and he's shown out in every game this season. Thought our guys on defense really got after the quarterback. I think we tackled really well in space, but on the other hand, we missed a lot of tackles. So we got a lot to improve on, but a lot of good stuff that our guys were doing.
Yeah, I thought McCullough might have played his best game of the year.
I agree.
Bodie Cuss, I think he played his best game of the year. So it looked to me like a lot of guys played the best game of the year. So it seems like the game's starting to slow down for them a little bit, right? You said that this team is out of 7 right now. Talked to the Adwell coach tonight after that, and he said his team's out of 4.5, but I think both y'all hit on the head. I do think you're out of 7. Now, going into this week, you said your goal to improve every week.
Yeah.
So would you raise that 7 up, maybe a 7.5, maybe even an 8, or would you keep it at a 7?
I think we are. And the thing about it is football, you practice so much and you play so little. And people don't understand the time and effort and energy that goes into just planning for practice, planning for the next practice, evaluating the current practice. There's so much time. Look at the film that our coaches watch, and unbelievable the detail that they put in and design for our guys to make sure that they're coaching them up and hitting all points. And our guys are still learning to practice better. I thought we had a rough one Monday, but we had a really good one Tuesday and Wednesday, and each day this week has gotten better. A lot goes into that. A lot goes into that with just maturity and refocusing. There's some other teams that like to dwell on wins into the next week. We love wins. But as soon as that game's over, we're on to the next.
Oh, yeah.
Win or lose, we're never defeated, so we're moving forward.
That throw Goldrich made to I guess it was a goal. Was it a go route, Goldrich? Basically. So I thought that was the best pass that you made all year. I think.
No, it was great timing. Great timing on the ball too, and the ball flight. Especially on the deep ball, one thing that we haven't had over the past few years is that ball dropping out of the sky, and that thing dropped out. It was a soft pass to get in Rayvon's hands and him to walk into the end zone, and it was just great execution from both of them.
Speaking of that, I've got that highlight racked up too. We'll ask Ty to take us through that one later when we talk to some of our notorious POGs. You guys went into halftime and it was a ball game, and then you kind of stretched that lead in the third quarter. And Tommy, you talked about one of Tommy Bliss's blocks, and he's got 4 blocks on the year, and this was one of them.
Number 51, that punt is blocked. And Richmond Hill picks it up, falls on it on the end zone, and that's going to be a touchdown. Richmond Hill puts 6 on it. What a big defensive play by number 91 comes flying out of the
Tommy
crowd.
Bliss dropped it. Tommy Bliss blocked it. That's like his 3rd block of the game.
Heat up the middle. Goldrick, he's going deep like I thought down the right side. Yeah, so Tommy had that play, and then was McGowan the young man that ended up jumping on that ball?
Who? I thought it was Hayden. Hayden McCullough.
Right. Okay. Well, Hayden McCullough with that touchdown, but McGowan had himself a nice game. It's been nice to see McGowan get back at it. After that early season injury.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've had a few guys come back from injury, and we're starting to get better. And again, you can't get better at football without practicing, and we're getting out there and getting after it, and our guys are practicing really well, staying dialed in, staying focused throughout the extent of the practice, and I look to have a good night Friday night.
Correct something. You got 3 blocks on the year, right? About the extra point, you got that punt. Don't you have one more?
5 total.
Well, I was totally off on that.
5 total. Well, so was I. I had 4. But nevertheless, hey, we're going to take a short commercial break talking about Blue Devils of Statesboro coming up on Friday night. We're going to hear from Jonathan Vreeland, color analyst for 93.9 The Eagle, and actually a former intern with Low Country Radio from 3 years ago. And now he's well on his way. He does color for Statesboro High School football, but he's going to be on the tech production side. He's a heck of a lot better than I am. I can tell you that much. But anyway, we're going to take a short commercial break. Also coming up later, flag football coach Anthony Dragon, Tony Dragon. I can't wait for that conversation, because last year when I saw that stuff in the news and how well they were doing, I was like, wait a minute, I knew flag football was a big thing, but geez, that was awesome, and I can't wait to hear more from him. We'll take a commercial break. We'll be back. You listen to the Coaches Show on Low Country Radio, powered by LaShawna Hartley at Exclusive Engravings.
We've got your sports. We've got your good times. And we've got your music.
Your favorite.
Right here on Low Country Radio. Tune us in. You're listening to the voice of the Richmond Hill Wildcats and the Bradwell Institute Tigers. Low Country Radio is Cat Country. Go Cats. The Barker team of Remax Savannah and Magnolia Coastal Properties is a family-owned and professionally operated real estate business since 1992. They offer listing and selling of homes, commercial property, and property management. The Barker team prides themselves on attention to detail with greater than expected customer service and will help you locate your home or business, sell your home or land, or take care of your property in their property management portfolio.
And we're back on lowcountryradio.com. I'm Charlie Moon alongside the one and only Brock Von A. And I've got quarterback Ty Goldrick, junior quarterback Ty Goldrick, and AJ. AJ, what year are you, AJ? Are you a junior, senior, sophomore? What are you?
I am a junior.
You got to hold that thing really close.
I am a junior.
Gotcha. Well, that's good. Both of you guys will be on the squad next year. I tell you, coming into this year, I was like, well, Ty's only going to have 1 year back there. God, I wish we had him another year. I realized you were a junior until, I don't know, maybe a month ago. I was like, oh, nice. But Ty, talk about take a minute and just talk about, your growth in the offense, because, you had Tyler Coleman at the helm last couple of years, and a lot of times high school teams have one really good quarterback, but it doesn't happen very often that unless you're the elite of the elite, and Richmond Hill's been there around that top 10 the last few years, so you can put him up in that category. Unless you were that, it's kind of rare to find two good quarterbacks on the same team. You might have a young kid that's a freshman or a sophomore that have some upside, but he's not ready. But you were probably ready to play last year, but you had a Tyler Coleman back there. Talk about what you learned the last couple of years on the varsity team and spending a lot of time on JV and how it's translated to now.
I think I learned a lot from Tyler, but I was always ready. Like always last year, I was always ready to go in, regardless of not. I think I just took that into this year and just get to the next level. Now I just show it.
Tell me if I'm right. One of your hallmarks is get back, plant that back foot, and get rid of the football. Yeah, that's something we kind of saw last year. I think you were like 7 for 7 going into the last regular season game, and I of course I jinxed it. I said Ty's coming into this ball game tonight. The last regular season game is 7 for 7 in the next pass incompletion. So I'm sorry about that. Sorry about that. You go back to the scrimmage against veterans. There were some timing issues there, but you had a pretty good game, and then maybe hit a lull the next couple games in the north side. Back over there in the Warner Robins area, and you probably even say this in that north side game, especially in the second half. You kind of got to where you were staring guys down. Was that kind of a result of frustration on your end, or you just didn't realize you were doing it? Talk about that a little bit.
I think we were all out of that game after a couple bad plays from. I think it just took it to heart, maybe a little too hard, and it just worked too. Because people lean on me as a quarterback on the offense. It was my emotions when I should be. I think I just did well for the offense.
You talk about showing your emotions. Tell me this. See, you guys hit 3 fair patterns to Ryan Steele to start the game the other night. Was that something you guys saw on game film? How many times do you see the same? There's times where you see the same exact run play to start a ball game, but not the same exact 3 pass plays the opposite sides. Talk about that.
We were just running RPO, and we were just reading this guy, and we were just reading 23, and we wanted to do opposite.
Okay. So it was a read and react. Yeah. Okay, awesome. And then after that third play to Steele, you turned to that Bradwell bench, and I don't want to say you taunted or anything, but you kind of made this head motion. Was that? Did you even realize that happened, or was that kind of your way of saying game on, or were you feeling it, or what was going on?
I guess I was just feeling good, 3 times.
Gotcha. And then, AJ, your guy that's come on strong last couple ball games. Coach Lezotte, when he was talking to me on Thursday about some starting lineup changes, I don't necessarily you were a starting lineup change, but you were one that he talked about It's really come on strong. He punched it. Brock and I are going to talk with him about it later on in the show about all the buttons were pushed right as far as some starting lineup changes, and not so much that other guys were just playing horrible, but he just felt like some changes need to be made in certain spots. One of the guys he talked about that's really come on strong. Do you feel like you're playing some of your best ball right now?
Since my starting in high school, I've improved a lot, but so is the O-line as a whole, Me by myself can't protect quarterback, can't make holes.
So that earned yourself a pizza. Everybody here tonight, Custer, Bliss, Ty, AJ, all of you get a certificate, which I'll give to you later. Tonight, players of the game for lowcountryradio.com. So congratulations on that to you guys, and we'll talk to Bodie and Tommy in a little bit on theirs after the next commercial break. But go ahead, Brock.
I want to ask
all right, go.
Rich. Compare yourself to Coleman. It's just you or Coleman. All right. Strength.
I think I got him beat.
Speed.
Beat.
Leadership.
Beat.
An RPO.
Beat.
Bliss or Jordan Clark? Receiver. Oh, no. Oh.
That's a good one.
Now, on the defensive side, I want Tommy.
Okay. All right.
On offense, I want Jordan.
That's a good one. Yeah, Jordan, we heard earlier in the bio, the intro song, the two plays from back Valdosta. I was fortunate enough to call, and I feel privileged to call those two plays. Jordan Clark made the third down stop and the fourth down stop. Probably less if and when, and I'm going to say when and if. I'll do it in that order. Richmond Hill wins the state football championship. Those two defensive plays will probably go down in Richmond football history as of now. The two most important defensive plays in Wildcat football history. Actually, it was really cool that fourth down play was made right there in front of the student section, which is really cool. Cool. Ty,
who is the leader of that offensive line? Who is the leader? Who do y'all like? I mean, since Christian Hubbard went out, let's go ahead and say, was he the leader of the offensive line pretty much?
Yeah, pretty much. Christian, he who went out there and motivated us and got us to do our work every day.
All right, so now who took Christian's spot when he went out as the motivator, as the leader, as the guys that – what grade are you in?
I'm a junior.
All right, so who is the, senior leader of the team?
New leader, senior, Alex Workman. He's our right tackle, He goes out there. He's the new motivator. He makes sure we work. That's him. Next oldest dude, so I gotta make sure all those sophomores, Hurst, Ian Donovan, and our freshman Zimbo, I gotta make sure they go do the plays right.
Do y'all ever get confused up there on who you supposed to block?
Man, I mean, without a doubt in my mind, especially the new players. Like,
you said they got a freshman on the offensive line, didn't you, Charlie? One of these steaks.
Oh yeah, Zimbo, Thomas Zimbalati.
So who? Yeah, go ahead. Just finish your. Because you do have somewhat of a young offensive line, and y'all do get a little confused there. And how do y'all work it out amongst yourselves?
Trial and error. That's all it is.
Did y'all go back to the huddle talking? Man, you should have got him. No, that's my man.
Time we just speak right after the play.
Did y'all speak during the play? Not during the play, but right before the play. Y'all make you calls and me calls.
Well, yeah, right after or before, we point out, hey, I got him. No, hey, you go over here. And if we get it wrong, we just talk about it after.
Yeah, that's good.
Ty, I want you to, a little while ago, Brock kind of stole my thunder a little bit. He didn't know it. He didn't know I had to play right. Next week I'll start sending you the highlight sheet so you'll know a little bit. I didn't know exactly what was going to be on the highlight sheet until about 6:58. But anyway, I got one racked up here, and I want you to talk about that time. And you and I and Rayvon had a conversation back before the season started, and you guys talked about your rhythm together and really had it together on this back shoulder play. Heat up the middle. Golgic, he's going deep like I thought down the right side. Wow, back shoulder play by his pitch catch man, Rayvon Grant. Catches it over his left shoulder on that far sideline for, we'll call it about 27, 28 yards, all the way down to the 26, 27. We'll see where they mark it. What a big time back shoulder. He had tried to hit a couple of those. So, you talked about earlier in that first coaches show, actually, it was recorded before we started going live pre-COVID or post-COVID, however you want to word that phrase. But you talked about you guys have been playing together a long time. The first time I see you guys on the field, other than a little bit in practice at Veterans, I think you targeted him like 7 times in 3 quarters. And you could tell there the timing was a little bit off, but it still wasn't bad for game number 1, scrimmage number 1. Now it's on point.
I just think it took us a little bit longer than we wanted it to. I think we wish we could have came out and just had this rhythm like right away. But, I'm glad it's clicking now because
Talk about that back shoulder play. I think you tried to hit one against Northside last week, and it wasn't quite there. But you hit that back shoulder play like you did to Rayvon in that third quarter. It's almost impossible to defend.
Oh, yeah, I already knew who I was going to. On man is my guy winning any doubt. Rayvon somewhere.
That's a good way to look at it. And AJ and Tyler kind of rounded out with you guys like this. AJ, your game individually, what do you feel like is the number one thing that, hey, there's a lot of things I got to improve on, but this is number one?
Number one? It's really the small stuff, especially with O-line. Anybody can go in the way, but it's where you put the dude after the play and whether or not you continue to play after you finish your block and run after the running back.
I'm sorry, what's the question again?
What's the one improvement you wish you could make to finish out the year?
You gotta be a little faster.
Oh, you want to improve on your speed?
Yeah, I wish I could. I wish I could.
What goes through your mind when the Wildcat comes? Man, I can run this Wildcat. I can do that. I can do that. I always wondered what goes through a quarterback's mind when they out the game and you see the 6 come in. Go through your head. Don't you wish you could say, "Will you split me out a receiver? Let me block somebody. Put me at tight end. You a big thick dude."
Everybody on the team wants that position, so I compete in that.
Well, thanks for joining us, guys. Hang with us. We got some more fun stuff coming up. We'll take a short commercial break, and we come back. We have a conversation with Bodie Casa and Tommy Bliss. You're listening to the Coaches Show. Powered by
Geo Vista is not just a credit union.
It's 30 seconds.
A financial partner.
It's an automatic touch.
People helping people is Geo Vista's commitment
to
our members and the communities we serve.
Dragon, you got who you're expecting here, or are they on their way? All right, cool.
And more. Their mobile app and website allows you to manage your accounts from the
All right, nice.
Get started by going to geovistacu.com. We'll make it easy for you to become a partner and member.
At Richmond Hill Pharmacy, our goal is a healthier you.
Tommy, you corrected us a little earlier tonight. I was thinking for that second block the other night you had 4 blocks. In fact, I said it on air, so I was wrong. You had 5. Don't take us through each individual play, but tell us where I know the first one came at Buford, but tell the people where those blocks occurred.
I would say, obviously, you told me not to mention it, but they started at Buford, and then.
Well, I guess let me clarify. I don't mean like take me through. Well, I was thinking this when the snap. I don't mean that. I just meant tell us, the games.
And then Northside was our third week. I got 1 block on a field goal, and then 3 this past week at Bradwell.
So I was right.
Okay.
When I said 3 blocks of the game.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
All right. So that was the kicker. And then I've already racked up one. I didn't rack up a second one. But Bodie, you got to play him. I got racked up here in a little bit here, but Bodie had like 786 tackles the other night. I believe it was actually, the total number was 11, and then like 3 tackles for loss. And then was there a fumble recovery, or you caused the fumble?
I didn't cause or fumble the other night, but I did last week.
It was last week. I think Hayden McCullough had a couple of those. So you had it was 2 or 3 tackles for loss. Maybe that's where that number's sticking in my head. Bodie, talk about your ability to be consistent from that linebacking core.
Well, the outside linebackers and defensive line make it easy. They always their holes right. I just got to fit right in, and every time it ends up coming right to me.
And Tommy, you kind of see a lot of playing time at several different spots. You see some playing time on the offensive side of the ball as a slot guy. You see, you're in pretty much all the time on special teams, but that's not too many plays during the game. And then you're in some on defense. I mean, does that play with your mind at all?
No, I mean, it starts all week during practice. We're trained to be that way Monday through Thursday, so that way when Friday comes and it's time to hit the field, then there's no more thinking about it. Everything becomes instinctual, and that's how we end up playing our games. For all of our two-way guys, we work it throughout the week and apply it to our game, and it works out well.
And now here's a snap on 4th down. Hall is running for his life. He throws the football, and it's incomplete, and Richmond Hill holds on the long drive and the long pass all the way down to the 4-yard line for Bradwell Institute.
Boy, Richmond Hill
punt is blocked.
Okay.
And Richmond Hill.
Okay, well that was the wrong play. There was another 4th down play where you came in and made a huge play. It seemed like we were calling Bodie Custer at least one side of every 3 plays, or 3 or 4 plays. I mean, you've been pretty much that consistent all 4 games. Is that something you think about at all, or is it just a play-to-play thing?
Pretty much just play-to-play. I just got to read the guards and make the right decision, and most of the time I do. Sometimes I do mess up, though, but we learn from it, and we keep improving as the year goes on.
All right, hold on. Let me quiz you right quick now. Guard blocks down, what you going to do?
Blocks down on the outside?
Double teams the guard.
It depends on where the open gap is. If the
Just
open
say
gap's
Phil. Just say Phil. Okay, if the guard pulls to the right, what you going to do?
Follow him to the right?
Right. He stands up straight.
Coverage?
Okay, is that anything? Well, he pulls, he kicks. That's right. But when you say down, I just want you to say Phil. Fill that gap, right? Because that's where it's going if he's going to double team. Sure. All right, he's well coached.
All right, we'll tell you what. Thanks for joining us, guys. We'll have you guys a little bit later in the show with a couple of fun things with Coach Lezotte. But thanks for joining us again. Players of the game on defense, Bodie Custer with 786 tackles. Tommy Bliss with his 17th block of the season. Who knows? 5th block of the season. 5 blocks in 4 games is insane. We're going to take a short commercial break, and when we come back, we're going to talk to the homecoming king and queen from Friday night. And a little bit later, we'll talk to something in common that our queen has with head coach Anthony Dragon, the flag football team. We'll be right back, folks.
At Richmond Hill Pharmacy, our goal is a healthier you and a healthier community. To keep you healthy, we fill most prescriptions in minutes, not hours. And with our HealthMinder prescription refill program, we'll personally call you when refills are ready, and we'll contact your doctor for renewals. We also offer free blood pressure screening and medication counseling, and can administer some vaccinations. Plus, we have diabetic and medical equipment, breast pumps, compression hosiery, a wide variety of over-the-counter medications, and much more. At Richmond Hill Pharmacy, we can help keep your wallet healthy too with our Family Pharmacy Rewards program. Enroll today and start earning points on your purchases and get 100 bonus points. That's a $5 value just for signing up. Visit us today at any of our 3 locations: Richmond Hill Pharmacy in Town Center, Hinesville Pharmacy across from Liberty Regional Medical Center, or Medical Center Pharmacy at Memorial. Online at richmondhillpharmacy.com. It's like having a pharmacist in the family.
Recent polls have shown a fifth of Americans can't locate the U.S. on a world map. Why do you think this is?
I personally believe that U.S. Americans are unable to do so because some people out there in our nation don't have maps, and I believe that our education, like such as in South Africa and the Iraq, everywhere like such as, and I believe that they should, our education over here in the U.S. should help the U.S. or should help South Africa and should help the Iraq and the Asian countries, so we will be able to build up our future for our children.
Thank you very much.
I hope our future is not as bright as her, and I'm okay with playing that and actually, having fun with a young lady, because since then, after about 3 months of her being so upset and distraught, that making national news and world news, she really made a great living in broadcasting, and she left it off after that, so she's okay with that. She's a young lady from Lexington, South Carolina, not too far from where I grew up, and in the team in South Carolina pageant. Made history by talking about maps and that don't have maps in other countries. I don't know. It was just hilarious. But right now, I got a couple folks with us. I'm not. You guys are going to have to tell me what the process was. I know there's not like an official pageant. You got to go through all these steps, but there are some things that you guys have to do. Right now, I'm joined by John Paul Grimes and Gabrielle Sani. Am I pronouncing that right? Sani. Sinai. Gabrielle or Mr. Grimes. Tell us what were the initial qualifications to actually be nominated for homecoming court?
So there really wasn't anything big on it. We had all the seniors vote for 10 girls, 10 boys. And then we did all these activities, did the parade. And then on Wednesday and Thursday, everyone around the school had able to pick the homecoming king and queen, and that was it.
Okay, awesome. And John, I thought it was pretty cool that your grandmother, Miss Carol Larry, escorted you. That had to be pretty cool.
That was cool, really cool.
That's cool. All right, so both of you guys are seniors, right?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. And what? It's kind of obvious. I mean, what are you going to do with your degree with the Fashion Institute Technology in New York? I mean, that's some big time business right there. It's obvious what you're going to do. What kind of plans do you have in the future?
Right now, I'm looking at California. So I might go to California to study it, but just business and fashion marketing.
When did you become interested in that, and why?
Always. Just because it's fun. I think I'm interested in.
And it's we've got a few friends in that business that made it big, and they can tell you if you work hard, take all the internships you can, and get all the experience you can.
What would Charlie look good at? Since you're a fashion guy. What would Charlie
you gonna go this route, Brock? Hey, you gonna go this route, Brock?
Yeah,
I know you are, and you know me well enough.
He don't even know what drip means.
Yeah.
It's okay. We don't say drip anymore, so it's okay.
Oh,
yeah, we don't say
so,
that.
But what do y'all say?
Say.
You say?
Just look good.
Purr.
What?
Okay.
How do you spell that?
For him, you better go back to drill.
Okay, we can do drip.
Yeah, let's go back to drill. So tell this man how he should dress. Since you're a fashion.
I think. Are you from the South?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty much. Yep. I mean.
Okay, so you look fine. Perfectly fine.
What?
Cool. If you're from the South, you look fine.
From the South. So then from if Brock was from the Northeast, because hey, I got to be honest. But before I knew Brock, I took a job teaching in Poole at West Chatham Middle School. He'd been teaching there for a long time, and I was like, man, who was this guy, Rory McElroy, coming? Y'all got to see this guy coming into school every day. He's got the nylon shirts on with the bright blue pants, the white belt, and like the pink shirt, which is cool, man. I got pink shirts in my closet too. Grown men wear pink.
Kind of like I just walked off the 18th green at the Mac.
There you go, exactly.
That's okay. That's fine.
So what's going on?
That's perfectly fine.
All right, yes. So, is there any difference with the Northwest?
Yeah. Difference.
All right, talk about don't talk about me or Brock necessarily, but somebody dressed differently from the Northeast versus the Northwest.
So, if you're I'll just say that if you're from the South, it's probably going to be shorts, oversized collared shirt, and that's about it. If you're not from the South, you're going to throw some designer brands in there, colors.
I live in the wrong area of
chains, jewelry, accessories, sunglasses.
Man, you too cool for us, man.
I could
too
have been
cool for us.
born in New York City or Compton, California.
And people would probably find a hard time believing that my favorite place to be in the world is my two favorite places are New York City and on the beach. But Gabrielle, you're Rocco. I love that name. Last week, about this time, actually, we were talking to Rocco Griffin, sophomore, second leading rusher at Vanderbilt. We're talking to him on air, actually, about this time. But so I love the name Rocco. Rocco. Let me make sure I'm pronounced. Okay, the pronunciation's here. Justino. Justino.
Yeah.
That had to be cool too.
Yeah.
You're involved in a lot of different things: track, soccer, lacrosse, flag football, which we're going to talk a little flag football coming up. How do you balance all that? Also being with HOSA, and I know you're wanting to go. Well, we're going to touch on that in a second. You want to go to school. How do you balance all that?
It's been a lot. I also do dual enrollment also, so it's pretty hard going.
What was the last one?
Dual enrollment.
Dual enrollment.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's a lot, in a college classes in Savannah, and then going back to the school, and then on top of that, going to flag football practice right after, and then I just have to balance out that homework, sports. It's a lot.
Okay, cool. And I'll kind of round it out with both of you guys like this, and I'll ask you first, Gabrielle. Same question for both of you. In all seriousness, what I know we've been kind of joking around the last couple of minutes, but the experience of going through homecoming court and taking that with you for the rest of your life. I mean, when you're 75 years old, you're not going to sit around thinking, "Oh, I am God's gift to earth because I was the homecoming queen, 2000 or whatever." But it is something that you can take the rest of your life as a great memory. Talk about that.
Yeah, of course. Honestly, going into this, I was like, it is what it is. Like, this was just a really, really fun experience. Getting ready with the girls, participating in all of these events. Something I'll probably remember for the rest of my life. But, I was, I had no words. Overwhelmed when I was, one. It was just a lot going through my head, but it was really such a fun experience.
Awesome. And, Grimes?
Always wanted to win, my whole life. Getting to high school, I was home thing that I want to do. But I didn't even think I was going to make court. So, and then making court was fun. And it was if you can just be the top 10, I can live with it. Walking on the field and them call my name, my heart dropped. I didn't even think I thought mine was going to win. But just hearing them meet was fun.
Awesome. Well, thanks for joining us, and congratulations on being 2021-22 Homecoming King and Queen. Congratulations.
Thank you.
We're taking a short commercial break, and we come back. We're going to talk some flag football. I can't look. I'm going to do it. I can't wait to call some flag football in the air. I don't care if it's all whatever. I can't wait. But after this commercial break, we're going to talk to head coach Anthony Dragon and someone that we just talked to.
Immunization is an important step to protecting your health and your family. Richmond Hill Pharmacy can help you stay up to date on your vaccinations. We can administer vaccines to people 18 and older without a doctor's prescription, including flu, shingles, and pneumonia, and also administer the whooping cough vaccine with a prescription. Immunizations are important to help prevent dangerous and sometimes deadly diseases. People of all ages should be immunized to protect them from serious diseases, especially as we get older. At Richmond Hill Pharmacy, offering immunizations is just one way we're committed to improving the lives of our customers. Filling prescriptions should take minutes, not hours, and we fill most in 15 minutes or less. We also offer prescription compounding and health screenings. Plus, we can ensure you take the right meds at the right time with services like our HealthMinder prescription refill reminder program, bubble-packed meds, and MedReady automatic medication dispenser. It's time to see what Richmond Hill Pharmacy, Hinesville Pharmacy, and Medical Center Pharmacy can do for you. Stop by today or visit us online at Richmond Hill Pharmacy.
We've got your sports.
I've been looking forward to this, say the last couple of days. I didn't know that the flag football team, I'd forgotten when the flag football season was. For some reason, I had it in my head that it was in the spring, but I was wrong. And then on a whim, I texted Mickey Bayans. I was looking for another fall sport. I said, hey, Mickey Bayans, text me somebody else fall sport. We had softball last week that we can get on this week. And he said flag football. And I had to think, oh, yeah, that is right. So right now we've got head coach Anthony Dragon on. How's it going tonight, Coach?
It's going pretty good.
Last year was the first year of flag football season for Richmond Hill, right?
Yeah, last year was the inaugural season for the whole state. They had a couple of years up in Atlanta where they tested it out, and then this last year they opened up to the whole state, and we were one of the schools to jump on it.
What made that decision easy?
I think it just fit, and we, like I said, we have a lot of kids in our school, and felt like we had the people to run out a team there. I happen to be hiring from coaching with Coach Lezotte, and something that I could kind of re-energize myself with.
Yeah, that was one thing when I originally saw the news last year. I was like, okay, so who's coaching? It's like, is it somebody that coached football before, or do they somebody that? Well, I hadn't coached, but I played in the past. Yeah, I played in the past, so I know something. But then when I saw your name, I was like, wait a minute, I knew you'd been coaching for a while. Talk about the translations from gridiron with pads on versus gridiron with flag football. I know there's a lot, but just kind of give us a synopsis.
So I spent 17 years coaching boys football, and it's a pretty intense job. A lot of credit goes out to those guys that are out there doing it. I was kind of ready to step back, and I wanted to transition over. As far as the sport goes, I mean, it's still football. Some of the rules are different. It's 7-on-7. It's kind of wide open. You don't really have a lot of the constraints that they have in boys football. Like I said, it's a little more wide open.
Anybody with a last name Dragon was born to coach some kind of football. There's no way. That's got to be intimidating saying, Coach Dragon. Is it scary playing for a guy named Coach Dragon?
Honestly, no. He's not that scary.
I was about to say, Coach Dragon. I wish my name was Dragon.
So Gabriella, tell us about the positions and how they work. Because I know there's got to be some type of line play. But talking to us about that.
I mean, yeah, we have our rushers, we have our corners, which position I play, linebackers, safeties. It's kind of like regular football, but
Can everybody go out for a pass? Is everybody eligible to go out for a pass?
Yeah, of course.
No,
really, everybody?
Yes.
So center can snap the ball and then take off?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, that's awesome.
Charlie, you have been a fine center in flag football.
I would have, baby. You don't know my speed, big dog.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much it's wide open. Like I said, we don't have the constraints of linemen can't get downfield. Basically, everybody's a receiver. Don't have to be on the line of scrimmage. Double passes, a lot of option type stuff.
You run zone or man-to-man on defense?
It just depends. We run a lot of zone because...
you don't know who's going out for a pass, so I guess it's easier to just cover an area?
Yeah, that's basically how we do it. And plus, we like to send a lot of rushers because really, it's not backyard football where you do Mississippi's. When the ball is snapped, they're coming. And it's two rushers most of the time, and the blocking rules are basically you can't use your hands, you're just basically screening. So quarterback,
kind of like the old timey blocking where you put your hands like this, kind of.
Almost, you got to keep your hands behind your back or to your side. So what I've found is from regular football is the boys football. Is the rush is incredibly fast. You got 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball in conventional boys football. Flag football, you might not have 3 seconds.
That was one of the things I was wondering about.
Yeah, the rush is incredibly quick. And like I said, your girls are out there trying to screen them. And you got a girl back there that's probably never thrown a football with any pressure on her. So it can get a little crazy.
Do you work on tackling?
We basically run tackling drills with pulling flags.
Okay.
All
right. Let's get it on. Omaha drill.
That's it. So the crossover is very similar when you go into tackle. You got to drop your hips. You got to keep slow down.
Wide base.
That's it. Wide base.
Yeah.
Watching for the head fakes and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. And well.
Okay.
That's where your power is too. It's like this.
Yeah.
But you don't really need that flag, do you?
You don't need power, but you got to drop your center of gravity, right?
Yeah.
And you got to reach for the flag. You got to have good hips. If you just lunge, the girl's gonna make a move on you, and she's gonna be gone.
So how thick is the playbook? That's another thing I've been wondering. It's like, hey, what? Yeah.
So right now we're running on like a 12 play playbook.
Okay.
But as the season goes on, we'll add and delete. And we'll put in special packages. Like I said, because it's wide open, we'll run an overload scheme where we got 5 wide receivers on the left side.
Any film study go on?
Well, we are one of the few teams that run film. Most of the other teams, they're not filming their games, they're not filming their practices. We try to film as much as we can. Last year we didn't have quite as much time. The season felt really rushed. We didn't really set up proper film and all that kind of stuff, but we filmed a lot of our stuff. We did a lot of film study, but as far as getting trade film,
that's what I meant. Y'all scout the other.
Yeah, I mean it's hit and miss. Most of it is like baseball. When I was a baseball coach, we just call some opponents and try to get some hit charts.
Yeah, that's the way it was back when I was coaching. Yeah, you would just say, okay, what kind of offense they run, what kind of defense they run, and who's their best player, and that was it.
Yeah, and that's kind of because, like I said, we're one of the few teams that film. So we don't get much on other teams. We just kind of call around or email around and say, hey, give me a little bit of info.
Gotcha. Hey, talk about your schedule a little bit. You were telling me over the break, when's the regular season start and when does it end?
So we start October 14th is the first game. It's a home game against Long County. And then from there, we're basically every Tuesday and Thursday until Thanksgiving. Then we'll come back from Thanksgiving and we'll jump right into the first round of the playoffs.
Awesome. So you said the playoffs start the week after Thanksgiving?
Yeah, I think that's it's pretty much the week after Thanksgiving.
So last year you guys had a deep run.
So last year we really hit our stride towards the end of the season, and we ended up going to the third round, Elite Eight. Started off the season strong. We hit a dip. We had a couple of quarantines there in the middle, and I just a couple rough spots, and then we finished the season on a real high note and made a couple changes here and there, and we ended up in our first 2 playoff games, and then we went to Northside Columbus, and we lost 12-0 in the third round. I think a little fatigue set in because we played 3 playoff games on the road in basically 7 days, and each trip was 4 hours. We hit a little road fatigue there at the end, and we just we came out a little low energy in that last playoff game. We got behind. We just couldn't get it going.
I was pulling real hard for you guys, not only because I want to see Richmond Hill do well, but if y'all had made it to the semis, I was calling the semis. I was already trying to figure out what in the heck the rules were. I was like, that's going to be awesome. I guarantee you that Low Country Radio is going to at least broadcast a couple of y'all's games. I'm not sure exactly when or how I'm going to squeeze it in the schedule because, believe it or not, I got a full-time teaching job too. So, but anyway, that's going to be awesome. We'll talk and kind of figure that out, but that's going to be fun. So thanks for joining us. I can't wait to fly out some flag football. You want the stands packed, right?
Hey, we love the stands packed. It's exciting. It's big plays all over the place, and girls running around and just having a good time.
Well, thanks for joining us, Coach. This won't be the last time we talk to you here at the Coaches Show. We'll probably have you guys on at least a couple more times. But anyway, thanks for joining us. Hey, good luck, and I can't wait to call a couple of y'all's games.
All right, I appreciate it.
All right, folks, we'll take a commercial break, and when we come back, we're going to have a little fun. Not that we haven't been having fun already.
GeoVista is not a credit union. GeoVista is a local community sponsor, a financial partner, and an educator for our youth of tomorrow. People helping people is Geo Vista's commitment to our members and the communities we serve. Geo Vista offers checking, savings, auto and mortgage loans, and more. Their mobile app and website allows you to manage your accounts from the convenience and comfort of home. Get started by going to geovistacu.com. We'll make it easy for you to become a partner and member.
At Richmond Hill Pharmacy, our goal is a healthier you and a healthier community. To keep you healthy, we fill most prescriptions in minutes, not hours. And with our HealthMinder prescription refill program, we'll personally call you when refills are ready, and we'll contact your doctor for renewals. We also offer free blood pressure screening and medication counseling, and can administer some vaccinations. Plus, we have diabetic and medical equipment, breast pumps, compression hosiery, a wide variety of over-the-counter medications, and much more. At Richmond Hill Pharmacy, we can help keep your wallet healthy too, with our Family Pharmacy Rewards program. Enroll today and start earning points on your purchases and get 100 bonus points. That's a $5 value just for signing up. Visit us today at any of our 3 locations: Richmond Hill Pharmacy in Town Center, Hinesville Pharmacy across from Liberty Regional Medical Center, or Medical Center Pharmacy at Memorial. Online at richmondhillpharmacy.com. It's like having a pharmacist in the family.
Good. When the Wildcats need to eat, they go to Love's. Having been the best Savannah spot for seafood since 1949, Love's Seafood has it all, from great seafood to burgers, steaks, and chicken. Love's will make your mouth water. Happy hour drinks and appetizers Thursday to Sunday, 3 to 6. $19 all-you-can-eat shrimp Thursdays, 4 to 8. 10% off an appetizer with a Wildcat game ticket. Go see manager Amy Hambrick at Love's on Chief of Love Road. Love's Seafood.
I love the square pizza.
How did the grab?
All right, we're back on lowcountryradio.com. I'm Charlie Moon alongside Brock Vaigneur. And I don't know if they're listening, but now then, Papa Goldrick. Hey, I got a surprise for you guys in just a few moments. We're going to play first 7 shout-out calls right after the next commercial break. So they were the first ones. We've had several from the McGowan family, some Zimbalatis, some other various ones, but those, I mean, the McGowans and the Zimbalatis, they got a fan club from all over the country calling in like, I don't know, 5 or 6 times a week, which is awesome. We want more, but I got the first 7 racked up that we'll play right after this commercial. But right now we're gonna have to do something new here. It's called the audio fun bag. Right before we dig into Statesboro with you guys for a little bit. All right. So Matt Lezotte already at least maybe has an idea where I might be going with this. Listen real closely, folks.
This call is now being recorded.
Well, wait a minute. Wait a minute now. Mick who? Sneaker thief, man. I'm a sneaker thief. What'd you say? You didn't pick up yesterday when I called 48 times, and I changed the name every time. I'm running out of names to say. Oh. So what's the name this time?
And now here's all right. So what the deal was? I should have set that stage, and that was the plan for me to set the stage for you to play the call. So anybody listening is going, "What in God's name are they doing?" Well, the first few coaches shows we did recorded. And they've all been pushed out to social media, and our website is up now. And Freddie was putting them all on the website at some point today. They'll all be on the website tomorrow, but they've all been pushed out social media. So if you look hard enough, you can find them already. But the first few we recorded, so I don't remember which game week that was. But when you're doing a recorded show like that, you don't play all the music and everything. Basically, you do a recorded phone call, and then you edit it into the music, which I'm going to change that next week. This is too much time to edit everything. I got to get to bed before 2 o'clock in the morning. So next week, y'all just got to take a few extra minutes, listen to the intro for a few minutes, or I can tell you, hey, instead of 4 o'clock or 5:45, just wait 5 minutes and be on then. But anyway, so when I called them, The internet connection where I wasn't strong enough, and it wasn't picking up the call. So, like Lezotte said, I think they called like 7 or 8 times that time to try to get it to connect, and it wouldn't connect. And you were making up different names every time.
Names every time. I think a couple of these guys were listening to it, and just trying to get a chuckle out of you, Charlie.
Yeah, I know. One time I could hear the joy in your voice. You were thrilled.
There's joy in my voice right now.
Yeah,
there's never not joy in my voice.
Yeah, you were thrilled that I was taking up so much time. Wait, what was Snicker Teeth? What was that? I don't know.
I don't know. I think I probably looked at Tommy and he was snickering, and I saw his teeth, and so he was just snicker teeth or something. I don't know. It's all your fault, Tommy.
All your fault. Well, here's one from Friday night during our broadcast.
What do you mean? The chain's broke. Chain itself broke.
You mean you can't break a chain?
Hey, isn't there a spiritual about that?
They honestly just did.
Isn't there an old spiritual about that? Break the chains.
Charlie, how's that pizza going? We can tell you eating pizza.
Here's a snap, and Prince takes it off the middle. He gets 10, 12, 13 yards, all the way up to the 28-yard line.
Yeah, you never know when you listen to lowcountryradio.com during a live broadcast.
Bro, I was saying it didn't. The other broadcast was saying it did, but y'all had a little delay in the game there.
Maybe a little delay.
Crew.
Yeah. Sometimes they get tangled up.
I think that's what
those visiting coaches. They sure do like to come out on the field and get tangled up in those chains. So.
When it's 3rd down and 1.
Heard a funny story about that earlier this week too. I can't share on the air, but it was pretty funny.
Can you?
Yeah, I'm just going to tell you, it's the reason why we hire a chain crew instead of have a train crew, because the visiting coach pretty mad at the volunteers that we had, and they were extremely disrespectful towards the volunteers that we had. And I say volunteers twice because I want you to understand that those dudes were the goodness of their heart sharing time, and the visiting coach had some nasty things to say, and that'd be that. That was before my time. Before my time. So,
well, when I was coaching, we always had a volunteer chain crew, and the fans, because they're on the other side.
We make our seniors do it for our sub-varsity games.
Yeah, that's
part of it. You get Thursday off, you got to do it. Who's got it tomorrow? One of you guys got it tomorrow? Oh,
Tommy,
yeah.
So Tommy, hey, if you want to see Tommy Bliss on the chain gang, go.
He's fantastic at it, y'all. He's so good. He's dialed in. That thing is never off.
You can get paid for that one day. He just said,
I'm just trying to teach them skills for life.
Yeah.
Okay?
Someone else skills.
I have skills for life.
Well, that's a good Friday night.
It's just a hobby. Hobby.
Yeah. So you never know what you're going to hear during the broadcast. We're not joking.
That was
around.
pretty good, Charlie. I got
appreciate it. Oh, there's more, but we don't have time. I have time to rack them all up because again, it's crazy teaching. But anyway, so we do try to do a quality job, put together a lot of information, and we also do every now and then just like boys on there, local and strong. But let's go ahead and let's dig into Statesboro for just a minute. We're going to hear later from Jonathan Vreeland, analyst. That's going to be after these guys leave. Bed. Coach Lezotte, they had a good stable of running backs last year.
Still do.
Yeah, and they still do, and that's what I was going to say. They had 3 great guys back there last year: Grace, Michael, and Grace, Michael, and Lovett last year, and 2 of them are back. Jalen, Michael, and Jordan Lovett. They got a couple really good.
They can go, and you know what? The offensive line does a great job of locking up and locking in, and they got a stable of running backs, and then they got a quarterback that can roll too. So it's going to be a tough. This is the thing about Kaiser. I've gotten to know him well over the years, and the one thing he is, y'all, dude is tough. Dude's a tough dude. He always puts a tough team on the field, and that's what you can expect. It's going to be a slobber knocker. I mean, it's going to be bodies flying. It's going to be crazy. I mean, it's going to be if you're at a faint of heart, don't make the trip. But if you want to see an exciting football game, in the car, right out, you're going to see one of the better games in the state of Georgia Friday night.
Yeah, Serena, I'm glad we play in Statesboro because it's not going to take me an hour and a half to get home because that's Statesboro. Yeah, you mentioned Kaiser being so tough. He's the kind of guy that you could see 200 yards away, and you're like,
take the turn. Take the
like
turn. Don't
200
walk
yards
towards
away.
him. Take the turn.
And you'll hear it. They're listening to a little bit later. You'll hear from Jonathan Vreeland and I. We talk about the fact that last year, Statesboro game, Coach Kaiser had just gotten out of the hospital in the last 24 hours from battling COVID for almost, and he's up in the press box next up. I had to go in there. Thank you for COVID. What in his name? He just gotten out of the hospital from COVID. Son of a gun. Right.
He is, and you know what, and he's got a heart of gold too. He's just become one of those guys in this coaching profession that you can share, you can collaborate with. He does a lot. He checks on me time to time, make sure everything's right. And checking on him from time to time, make sure everything's all right. He's just a good-hearted dude.
Kalen Michael is quarterback spot. He's a guy that can really make plays with his feet. Talking about Kalen Michael,
Yeah.
Was that your truck?
No, it wasn't. No, that brother combo. They've had a strong season so far. It's one of those things where you end up matching up. Every one of these teams that we play is just different, and it forces you to be a better coach and to we're not lining up and playing the same guys every week, and so it forces you to game plan a little bit differently, to see things a little bit differently through a different microscope when you're trying to prepare these guys, and our guys have really begun to adapt to our game plans and starting to see it themselves, which is it has the making to become special here as we go through the season.
AJ, you earlier, but AJ, you're going to have your hands full with. You're going to have your hands full on Friday night. You got a couple defensive tackles, Jaleel Anderson and Josh Jackson, that are really challenges. You may not know their name. You may not know their names. You probably know numbers from film, but they've got a big, strong defense. It's going to be a challenge for you guys.
Man, I mean, they're pretty big, but as long as we go with coaches, what they're telling us, I think we can handle them.
Todd, they've got a big-time playmaker in the secondary. Caleb Tisby's 3 picks on the air, a couple block punts. He's challenging Tommy, but I don't think anybody's going to have 5 block games. But Caleb Tisby, I'm not sure what number he is, but they've got a pretty good defensive field.
I mean, yes, I don't really know who if or not. I mean, I know my guys are better, so go out there. We're going to go on Friday.
All right. I think we're just going to stop the Statesboro discussion right there. So we look forward to that. Coach Lezotte. That was a nice, fun. Coach Lezotte. Aside from the challenge of playing, a strong Statesboro, talk about just the scenario of being to play. A lot of folks fight for four shots, which, as we've seen kind of early on, even though a South Effingham team got shut out the other night, but past that game, I mean, they put up 33. They put up 36 against a team, which I believe is going to. Or not, they got dudes on both sides of the field. Metter, going to win the single. They're putting up points like crazy. We a much tougher Bradwell team. About that.
It just is tough, but we've always done it. We take it one at a time. We dialed in. On a buzzer went off, sent Bradwell on their way. Great game. Then we got to focus in on Statesboro immediately, and so. But it doesn't get easy, and same for them. They're sitting in the same boat. They're like, man, we got Richmond Hill to open up region play. So they had a bye week this past week, a little bit extra time to prepare for us. Healthy, a lot of things that you do on a bye week, but they're thinking the same thing. Running the gauntlet of the teams that we have to play. And I'll be honest with you, I'm not sure how good anybody really is, and we're going to find out. We're going to find out now. We all had ups and downs in non-region play. Some guys fared a little bit better in non-region play, and a lot of that has to do with their past. And the opponents that they played, but our guys haven't backed down at all. You know, we're going to welcome the challenge. We're going to go out and we're going to get after it, and we're really excited to go play a very physical football game. Our brand is physicality, and looking forward to presenting it Friday night.
I think you just hit the nail. We'll hit the nail on the head. There's a lot that a lot of teams don't know about each other, and this different reasons. You know, the past few years. Like going into the season, you knew ended up feels different. Just take a look at us. You know, Central almost 3 weeks, still same, and it has affected some other teams as much as us. Kind of consider it was, and then you get a week off, and then the next. It's just like you. There's a lot that. Richmond Hill team found out some on Friday night, but continue.
Keep getting better. We're very youthful, and not just our age, but just the playing on Friday nights. There's a lot of changes that are going to be made, a lot of positive growth that's going to take place, and it's very exciting about this bunch. Coach Lezotte told me, Coach Tony Lezotte told me back during the summertime. He said, Matt, I'm looking forward to reflecting back on this season when it's over, to watch these guys and the way that they grow. I can't wait to see what they turn into. Right in the thick of it right now, and so that they've got to make a decision. You know, what type of team do we want to have? What type of season do we want to have? And is to see what they can become.
Cut down on them mistakes like we had talked about. You talked about, y'all was playing, making too many mistakes. This past Friday, did y'all cut down on them?
We cut down on the ones that cost us, but we're still, we still can get better at getting the ball on the ground and blocks. And tackling in football, man, you can always get better at it. The teams that are elite at it, elite all the time, and so we're going to continue to grow and get better, and that's probably going to be the biggest difference in our team over these next couple weeks. Is we played bye week, and now we've two consecutive games. You've seen an improvement in those two games. Look forward to that same type of improvement Friday night.
Here we go. Our game of the night. Name that character. We got three. You need a rep.
Come on down. Come on.
Bodie. Looks like it's going to be
Tommy didn't hesitate.
Coach Dragon's going to come out represent the flag football team. It's going to be. You got to get. Yeah, you'll be able to hear. Get both parts. Character.
Are we talking about like Disney characters? What kind of characters are we talking about?
Well, I'm not going to give you any more hints now. Here we go.
Characters.
Here is number one.
Your character.
Yep. That's Brock's going to be the judge here. You're just going to tap. Whenever you think you know the answer. Here we go. Number one.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? I've just been handed.
Coach Dragon.
It's Will Ferrell from Step Brothers.
Brothers, or is it from Ron Burgundy? To get clarification from that one. One more time.
Hold that plane! Sir, you can't go in there! Can I please have your attention? I've just been handed an urgent and horrifying news story. And I need all of you to stop what you're doing.
It's Ron Burgundy.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take that Ron Burgundy for 500.
Is that half credit?
We'll go with half credit. Now, there's a Ron Burgundy movie. Yeah. Number two. Go.
A lot of watch rated R movies yet.
This is going to be from back in our day. Here we go. All right. Here we go.
Hold that plane! Sir, you can't go in there. It's okay.
Nope. Play it again. Here we go.
Hold that plane! Sir, you can't go in there. It's okay. I'm the limo driver.
They already got that.
Yeah, we're on the same team. We got to put our hands.
You're not on the same team. Football coaches
Okay, that sounds like I can't remember the guy's name. He's got curly hair and a big nose. Called Brooklyn Nine-Nine. He sounds like he's from that.
No, both of you are wrong. You gotta get.
So, I think that is Adam Sandler from The Wedding Singer.
Everybody's wrong. It's Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey from Dumb and Dumber. It's got to be one of the. If you don't know, those guys probably have no clue.
That's my nickname every now and then.
Yeah. I mean, Right. It's all like times a day. All right, well, last one. Here we go. You guys
win right here, isn't it?
Roll for
Boy.
boy.
His name is the dude that talks funny off of Waterboy.
I think
Happy Gilmore. That's like. Yeah, but that's another movie. Yeah.
It's What's a Boy. What's a Boy. All right, guys, we're going to take a commercial break and we come wrap the show up. College pick'em contest, and then right after we come back from the commercial, I do have a pretty serious. Be right back.
See you, Dre.
A-plus quality contracting, 912-656-0968. When Noah sails the ark through your yard, call Robbie Oglesby with A-plus quality contracting for all your seamless gutter and roofing needs. Opening our doors in 2004, we offer over 30 years of experience, and we promise we're going to treat you right. We love our community and are proud sponsors of several RHHS sports programs. Mention you heard our ad on Low Country Radio and get 10% off a full home gutter installation. Call 912-656-0968 or see us at aplusquality.biz. That's aplusquality.biz. 912-656-0968. Let us get you covered for all your roofing and gutter needs. GeoVista is not just a credit union. GeoVista is a local community sponsor, a financial partner, and an educator for our youth of tomorrow. People helping people is GeoVista's commitment to our members and the communities we serve. GeoVista offers checking, savings, auto and mortgage loans, and more. Their mobile app and website allows you to manage your accounts from the convenience and comfort of home. Get started by going to geovistacu.com. We'll make it easy for you to become a partner and member.
At Richmond Hill Pharmacy, our goal is a healthier you and a healthier community. To keep you healthy, we fill most prescriptions in minutes, not hours. And with our HealthMinder prescription refill program, we'll personally call you when refills are ready, and we'll contact your doctor for renewals. We also offer free blood pressure screening and medication counseling, and can administer some vaccinations. Plus, we have diabetic and medical equipment, breast pumps, compression hosiery, a wide variety of medications, and much more.
Let me take a look at that. What's going on? I want to clarify something.
Ma.
Was going up in the
Bunch of family in Barnwell.
oh, really? Okay, cool. So you know what the high school football.
Oh yeah,
They kind of hit a slide lately, but there was down there for us. made a fun. And I didn't know what it was about. That ball on 81. Here. One. Look at was the last. Atmosphere. That atmosphere I have ever seen. Absolutely incredible. And I want to phrase it. Phone. He. How important that game that night, and was anything we were to this day afforded on the way. He knew sports. Fast forward to a couple years ago, me and Simon Steele, basketball, well. Hey guys, tune in, and I got a picture of me, my color guy, Simon Steele. Steele's out. So then within 5 minutes, boom, my phone's blowing up. Underwood, American. Oh, Moon. Facebook. Oh, yeah. He had to have a good time. And then fast forward this. Oh my goodness. It was packed and it was jacked. I mean, I saw some pictures online. And it took back 19 where every seat was packed and every seat was jacked. I'll tell you about a fundraiser. It's going to be an that being packed and jacked on the hill. I just want to make sure that I clarify that. Look, I love me some. Might be a good thing. That might be a really good thing. Might be a great thing. I want to make sure everybody understands. My point was that almost impossible to. Atmosphere is different.
Yeah,
it's totally different. You can have the fans in a night coast. There were several times where we were looking to go back.
It was a mob. Yes, Valdosta and Alatoona. And our Board of Education probably needs to look into adding a couple thousand more seats in that stadium. I fill it up. And, it's one of those things where, we're not the program we were when that stadium was built. We don't put the product on the field anymore of when that stadium was built. And I've been told by a lot of folks, hey, Coach, I come to the game, but really know where to sit. So I'd love to see some things happen to allow more folks to get into the game and experience kind of what we experienced Friday night.
And that was awesome. And we in the Just yes. So, thoughts on last words of the nation.
Well, I tell you, we've had a tremendous week of practice. Been putting it together, man. These guys continue to show up, and it's tough. We don't. And I saw Sam Pittman mention something about motivating by fear. You don't reach your full potential motivating by fear. I believe you reach your full potential by motivating love. And our guys, it's not just the love that they get from our coaching staff. It's the love that they give one another, and they come out and they give the best of themselves for each other. They're on the field because counted on to do so. And I think we're reaching that stage in our season where our guys are really figuring it out. It was warm this week. Once did the guys complain about being hot and tired. Once. And or to show the fatigue. They bowed up. They continue through practice. We don't practice for a long time anyway. We're super fast and efficient, and our guys have really responded. So I'm really looking forward to getting these guys out there, allowing them to perform again, do all this practicing to get geared up for a Friday performance, and Friday's their night to shine. And I get a front row seat on the sideline, ready to go represent up in Statesboro, and hopefully we'll have a good showing. I think we'll have a lot of folks make that trip and continue to build the hill throughout the state.
And their stadium, while I'm talking about stadium size, their stadium is like that. It's not too large, so we can take a lot of fans down there and pack.
We can pack it out, man.
We can make. I don't even know what the name of their stadium is. They got
Womack Field.
Womack Field. Well, hey, Richmond Hill fans, go make Womack Field packed and jacked. Hear about that fundraiser more. You're going to hear about that fundraiser more, and we're going to nail it down for next week. We'll give you all the details then, but it's going to be fun. Build the hill, baby. Build the hill. See you guys. All right, thanks. We'll take a short commercial break, and we come back. We're going to hear from Jonathan Vreeland, color man from 99 The Eagle.
A-plus quality contracting, 912-656-0968. When Noah sails the ark through your yard, call Robbie Oglesby with A-plus quality contracting for all your seamless gutter and roofing needs. Opening our doors in 2004, we offer over 30 years of experience, and we promise we're going to treat you right. We love our community and are proud sponsors of several RHHS sports programs. Mention you heard our ad on Low Country Radio and get 10% off a full home gutter installation. Call 912-656-0968 or see us at aplusquality.biz. That's aplusquality.biz. 912-656-0968. Let us get you covered for all your roofing and gutter needs. GeoVista is not just a credit union. GeoVista is a local community sponsor, a financial partner, and an educator for our youth of tomorrow. People helping people is GeoVista's commitment to our members and the communities we serve. GeoVista offers checking, savings, auto and mortgage loans, and more. Their mobile app and website allows you to manage your accounts from the convenience and comfort of home. Get started by going to geovistacu.com. We'll make it easy for you to become a partner and member.
At Richmond Hill Pharmacy, our goal is a healthier you and a healthier community. To keep you healthy, we fill most prescriptions in minutes, not hours. And with our HealthMinder prescription refill program, we'll personally call you when refills are ready, and we'll contact your doctor for renewals. We also offer free blood pressure screening and medication counseling, and can administer some vaccinations. Plus, we have diabetic and medical equipment, breast pumps, compression hosiery, a wide variety of over-the-counter medications, and much more. At Richmond Hill Pharmacy, we can help keep your wallet healthy too, with our Family Pharmacy Rewards program. Enroll today and start earning points on your purchases and get 100 bonus points. That's a $5 value just for signing up. Visit us today at any of our 3 locations, Richmond Hill Pharmacy and Town Center.
As promised that we would play the first set of calls from the shout out line. So we're going to go to that here. Let's see. On the shout out line, But I'm going to go to that in a second. I got to rack it up. You know, Brock, it's going to be interesting tonight on playing Statesboro, because one of the things you talked about the other night was we've had some difficulty stopping the run, and they've got about 790 yards rushing through their first 4 games. So they've got a couple good backs, and it's not going to be easy.
The main school football. And it's better run.
Yeah, Kalen Michael is named, and then his brother Jalen is a really good running back too. He's going to be a lot of fun to watch. I mean, there's been Aiden Stein got his first field goal of the night last Friday, and how in the world can you have 5 blocks in 4 games? I mean, what are the odds of that? What do you think?
Well, who did I compare him to?
Or remember
Steve Pascal from Buffalo Bills?
That's right, and that's what I chimed in with, something like Tisket to Tasket, or yeah, you're right.
Sometimes you just got a knack for blocking, and Bliss that point. Four. I knew he was going to get 1, but to block 3 in one game is just unheard of. But sometimes, people have a nose for the football. People have a nose to get open. Some people just, Tommy Bliss has a knack for something block kick. And people have had it. Like I said, Steve Asker had it. A lot of special teams. Elvis Patterson, back in the 80s, he had it. People had that knack.
Well, as promised, here's your our first shout-out line, the calls of the year from the first 2 weeks, a couple weeks ago. Here we go.
Go Wildcats and Ty Goldrick. This is Nana and Grandpa in Tennessee.
Go Brody Miller, number 78. Put him in. Loving that Brody Miller. Go number 78.
Hey Wildcat Nation, this is Grandma and I'm listening all the way from Phoenix, Arizona. Go Cats! Good luck to Zach McGowan. Yay, Cats!
Hey Wildcats Nation, this is DeJuan Foster listening from Savannah, Georgia. Go Wildcats. Good luck to number 73, Thompson. Z Mustard. Thank you.
Good luck, Ty, from Nana and Grandpa in Tennessee.
To shout out Zach McGowan, number 91, from his brother Noah in Laredo, Texas.
So McGowan's, he had several guys calling in from around the country. I tell you what, Zimbalotti's got a crew calling in. I got about like 8 or 9 of them ready to go for Friday night. 8 or 9 of them or so, something like that over the last, I'd say, 8 or 9 days. And thanks to Chris Zimbalotti, who was listening at home, and he texted me earlier, about 9 or 10 minutes ago, said, hey, turn that mic up a little bit. Every now and then you turn one mic volume down to catch up the other one. You turn it down a little bit too much, and sometimes you don't notice. So appreciate it. They were we've been good to go for a while now.
But Charlie,
but go ahead.
I want to say something right quick. When you was talking about that 95 Batesburg versus Barnwell, okay, Barnwell beat played Batesburg, and I was on that coaching staff for Jasper County Jaguars.
Okay,
and right there where Hardyville is.
Yeah.
So we lost, but we beat Barnwell in the season. Well, beat us pretty bad. They had Big Madison.
Yes,
was their main player who signed with Carolina. Never made it, but his brother Henry Taylor, who I coached against, was actually a starter for Carolina. But I just wanted to out there.
Nugget.
Yeah.
Tonight's nugget. But hey, number one thing you're looking for Friday night.
Stopping that quarterback. I mean, really stopping that run. Richmond Hill has struggled stopping the run, and it's more like linebackers are coming up making plays, but they're making plays, 5 or 6 yards down the field. I would like to see more penetration from the can get that quarterback get in the open field and start putting them to 1 and 2 yard gains with that run defense. I want to see Goldrick keep up, hot hand. I thought he had a hot hand.
He did 13 of 19 for 196 yards. That's right. And I think number one stat was no picks. Had a couple that were pretty close, but he did.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Statesboro, Barnwell, who you got? Sorry, Statesboro, Bradwell tomorrow. Let's just say they were playing. I just want to see who the better team is. Who do you got?
I'd probably go with Statesboro.
Okay, so now Statesboro. Okay, so we're going to see a little better ball game.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Okay. I think the biggest difference is there's not going to be much difference in playmaking ability. How hard the guys are playing. But I think there's going to be a big difference in execution and number of mistakes. Even Coach Deshaun Brock will probably tell you, they've got the playmakers, they've got the guys playing, they've got the guys playing hard. They got the game plans in, but they just got to. We talked about it ad nauseum last Friday night. They just kept killing themselves with mistakes at the wrong time. But that's who I would take. I don't know. We'll see. Now Bradwell's going to be again one of those teams that I mentioned before is probably going. They're going to step up and bite somebody in the rear end. When we get to game 7, 8, 9, 10, somewhere in there, they're going to bite a couple teams because that should be when they're hitting their stride. We'll take a short commercial.
They better find a center. That's the only thing that they're really, that they just shoot themselves.
Yeah, it was a killer, and that's what I'm talking about. How many times did they put a good drive together tonight, get down in the red zone, and then there goes a snap that's either fumble or over his head, and the next thing you know, it's second down and goal from the 31. Yeah. We'll take a short commercial break. We come back, we're going to hear from Eli, the Wonder Kid, in our college picking contest. We'll be right back, folks.
GeoVista is not just a credit union. GeoVista is a local community sponsor, a financial partner, and an educator for our youth of tomorrow. People helping people is GeoVista's commitment to our members and the communities we serve. GeoVista offers checking, savings, auto and mortgage loans, and more. Their mobile app and website allows you to manage your accounts from the convenience and comfort of home. Get started by going to geovistacu.com. We'll make it easy for you to become a partner and member.
At Richmond Hill Pharmacy, our goal is a healthier you and a healthier community. To keep you healthy, we fill most prescriptions in minutes, not hours. And with our HealthMinder prescription refill program, we'll personally call you when refills are ready, and we'll contact your doctor for renewals. We also offer free blood pressure screening and medication counseling, and can administer some vaccinations. Plus, we have diabetic and medical equipment, breast pumps, compression hosiery, a wide variety of over-the-counter medications, and much more. At Richmond Hill Pharmacy, we can help keep your wallet healthy too, with our Family Pharmacy Rewards program. Enroll today and start earning points on your purchases and get 100 bonus points. That's a $5 value just for signing up. Visit us today at any of our 3 locations: Richmond Hill Pharmacy in Town Center, Hinesville Pharmacy across from Liberty Regional Medical Center, or Medical Center Pharmacy at Memorial. Online at richmondhillpharmacy.com. It's like having a pharmacist in the family.
Good. When the Wildcats need to eat, they go to Love's. Having been the best Savannah spot for seafood since 1949, Love's Seafood has it all, from great seafood to burgers, steaks, and chicken. Love's will make your mouth water. Happy hour drinks and appetizers Thursday to Sunday, 3 to 6. $19 all-you-can-eat shrimp Thursdays, 4 to 8. 10% off an appetizer with a Wildcat game ticket. Go see manager Amy Hambrick at Love's on Chief of Love Road. Love's Seafood.
Back in the last segment of the show on the Coaches Show on lowcountryradio.com, powered by Papa's Pizza to Go. And Chris and LaShawna Hartley at Exclusive Engravings, actually on the other side of the parking lot. Go see them for all your engraving needs, embroidery items, T-shirts, awards, trophies, plaques. They do a little bit of everything there. But right now, hey, we've got Eli Covington on the line. How's it going, Eli? I know in week 1, 2 weeks ago, you were 7-3. How did it go last week? Listen to that. A 7-3 2 weeks ago, and it's like something around 6-4, so it's okay. if you're going to live in Vegas and you said you're going to be 13-7 on a week-to-week basis, would you take that?
No.
We're talking about ATS now against the spread, not straight up.
Undefeated.
Oh, okay, you're going to go that route.
Yeah, it's either win or nothing. There's no moral victories. That's 7 losses, right? No, 13-7. That's a good record. Yeah.
Oh, that's insane. Especially if you can keep that up for like 100 picks or so. I mean, if you can keep that up for 100 picks, you need to get the business on. Wow. But Eli, this weekend, what was the game that you looked at? That was the most difficult for you to decide. And that's kind of how it goes sometimes, man. You're right. Sometimes you just gotta what you got. Go real quick. Well, tell me this. What are your top 2 or 3 games that you're really looking forward to watching? How about we got Alabama and Ole Miss. Who you got? Alabama minus 14.5. Okay, you got Alabama. All right, and then how about let's see, Georgia and Arkansas. Georgia minus 18.5. And and then let's see.
Clemson, Boston College by 18. By 18. No, 16, right?
Yeah, 16. Clemson and BC. Clemson 16. Clemson 16 over Boston College. Who you taking in that one?
Tell him I had to do. I got to agree with him.
Okay. Yeah, it's gonna be a tough one. That's gonna be a good one. I like that one.
We're struggling bad.
But Eli, Eli, thanks for joining us. Next week, this show is gonna be scampered down to about an hour and 20 minutes long total, so you can be closer to 8 o'clock. But looking forward to it. Have a great win, Eli. And hey, everybody, we're gonna update the pick'em contest with the records now that we've had. This will be week number 3 in. We'll update those records next. One more last word from our sponsors. Got to get one more bill pay in. We'll be right back, and Brock and I will wrap it up in about 90 seconds. Thanks for joining us on the Coaches Show.
At Richmond Hill Pharmacy, our goal is a healthier you and a healthier community. To keep you healthy, we fill most prescriptions in minutes, not hours. And with our HealthMinder prescription refill program, we'll personally call you when refills are ready, and we'll contact your doctor for renewals. We also offer free blood pressure screening and medication counseling, and can administer some vaccinations. Plus, we have diabetic and medical equipment, breast pumps, compression hosiery, a wide variety of over-the-counter medications, and much more. At Richmond Hill Pharmacy, we can help keep your wallet healthy too, with our Family Pharmacy Rewards program. Enroll today and start earning points on your purchases and get 100 bonus points. That's a $5 value just for signing up. Visit us today at any of our 3 locations: Richmond Hill Pharmacy in Town Center, Hinesville Pharmacy.
BigTones.com.
Brock, it was another fun night here on the Coaches Show until like right at 8:30. We had no technical issues. I'm proud of myself. There were a couple times where I hit a couple wrong buttons here or there and hit the wrong clip or let a clip run a little bit too long. As far as sound quality and most of the production, I'm proud of finally learned how to troubleshoot most of this stuff to figure out what's going on the fly. So tonight was a great run. But more than that, aside from that, we had a great time. What? Go ahead, Brock.
I even figured out how to plug in my own headset tonight, so that was a plus. That was a plus as well, figuring out how to plug in the headset with all this fancy equipment. Low Country Radio's got us using to broadcast.
Yeah.
Richmond Hill, South Effingham, and game of the week.
This week, that game of the week is going to be Bradwell hosting Glen Academy.
Ooh, that was a good one.
Yep. And speaking of that, Coach Deshaun Brock texted me a little earlier asking for the link, and then I saw it, and then within a couple minutes he had already texted me back and said, "Never mind. What am I thinking? I know what the link is. LowCountryRadio.com." As he goes to it, taps it. So I don't know if he's still tuning in, but how's it going, Coach Deshaun Brock? Have those Bradwell Tigers going real soon. They're already going as far as effort on that field and the things that he wants to install. We saw that NASCAR offense the other night, and I think even Brock, you kind of mentioned there were a couple times we kind of thought they were going too fast.
Way too fast.
Yeah. Well, I think from Coach Brock and his staff's standpoint is that may be right, but they got to learn to play at that speed. They might suffer some growing pains for a while, but when it hits stride, whether it's late in this season or early next season, it's gonna be fun to watch. Bradwell, let's do that. Let's round out tonight with the out-of-town scoreboard, actually. What we're going to do here, teams in a region play this coming Friday night, and tell you the playoff scenario because we got to start thinking about it. Richmond Hill now is 1-3 on the season, 1-0 in a region play. Right now, technically, first place should be Glen Academy. I'm pulling up those standings right now. Actually, hey, whoa, wow, Effingham County, because they are 2-0. Who did they?
South Effingham 34-0. I mean, sure, I looked at that one when I got up Saturday morning.
That was a shocker to me. Shocker.
It was 17-0 when we brought it to the fans. I looked the next morning, it was 34-0. I'm like, what in the world?
Because you and I both called their game against Metter, which I believe Metter's going to win the single A state championship. But they look like a fine well-oiled machine in week one, and they're going to put up points against a lot of people. So that was the most shocking thing to me, that they did not score a single point against Effingham County. And Max Preps has Effingham County at number 1 in the standings at 2-0 in the conference, but that's impossible because they've only played one game. But nevertheless, Effingham, Hill, Brunswick all tied at first place this week. Bradwell will be hosting Glen Academy. Richmond Hill will be on the road at Statesboro. And the third game will be let me make sure I get this right. South Effingham at Brunswick. Folks, make sure you can check out on the website tomorrow and Friday for the coaches' shows for this week. Obviously, if you're listening live, you got tonight live. You got that live version, but it will be uploaded tomorrow, the recording of tonight's entire show, as well as the John Ford Show from Effingham County, the Deshaun Brock Nation Show from Bradwell Institute, and the Nate Clark Show from South Effingham High School. All right, round it out tonight for last thoughts.
I want to thank the 4 young men who come out tonight, and they did a whale of a job. Tommy Bliss on this show times. Bodie Custer been on the show multiple times. Of course, Coach Lezotte. Not only can he coach football, but he's also a great. What am I looking for?
It's a great interview.
Yeah. He
knows how to handle himself on air.
Yeah, he's fun to interview, unlike maybe a Bill Belichick or somebody like that.
But could you imagine us sitting here for like 15 minutes with him?
Yeah. So I want to thank all the young men, and this has been a very disappointing season for me so far. Me being a Clemson fan, and my fantasy football is not doing as well. Always like coming. Richmond Hill always at least gets my lose. In the game with you and what's Chip and Chip, just letting all Richmond Hill fans always starts my weekend off great, no matter what happens to the Tigers or the fantasy football.
Yeah, way to end it. I think we're going to end it right there. Hey, folks, you've been listening to the Coaches Show, sponsored by Papa's Pizza, Joe here in Richmond Hill, and powered by Exclusive Engravings with Chris and LaShonda Hartley. Hey, guys, like I always say when we go off the air, tell somebody you love them. Number 1. Get a good night's rest, and get ready to go get packed and jacked Mackey Field in Statesboro on Friday night. Serena and the girls, I love you. In about an hour and a half. The hill, baby.